Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, if you should so choose and it resonates. Hit that subscribe button if you are already a continued subby. You know I love you. So, quick note, my tarot readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign of Leo, this is for you. Before we start, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm late for the monthlies this week. Your key to the week is a card that we're going to pick today. So for that we get the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. All right, so this week look out for the synchronicities. Pay attention because it's likely that some opportunity is coming up this week, and you know what, this is one that we've had before. It may be something that came up previously that you didn't have the money for. Maybe it's something that you wanted to do but you didn't have the time. This week there is a really powerful sense that there is a second shot. There's a second bite at the apple, a second chance, a second kick at the ball, right? This is the penalty shot that you get given in sports. Whatever this is for you this week, there is a sense that something comes back around for you to pick up this week. And I kind of get this feeling that it's going to be like, when it shows up, you're just going to be like, holy crap, I never thought I would get another opportunity at this. For some of you, this could be, you know, the one that got away. For some of you, this could be the job that you thought, oh, you know, I really wanted that job, but I didn't get it. You know, and who gives a shit anyway? Like, this is one of the things that really makes me laugh. Like when someone says, well, you know, I got the job that I wanted, but I was the second choice. Who gives a shit? You got what you wanted. Why are you being... I don't have time for all of that. I really don't. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm never, like, if you get what you want, whether you were the first choice or the second choice is irrelevant. You got what you want, as far as I'm concerned. That makes you a winner, baby. So anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox and shut up now. Let's get into your different sectors for the week ahead. For your actions and options, Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters, we get the Hermit card, right? So taking it back to the drawing board, not necessarily a bad thing. For a lot of you, this second chance that's coming up feels like it has something to do with your work. The reason I say this is because you've got the Hermit card there, which suggests that something that you had looked for, an opportunity, maybe you tried to find this opportunity that comes up, maybe you tried to find it somewhere else, and it's kind of like wherever you looked, nothing really came close. And this week I get this feeling that it's just going to be like, yeah, you know what, this is the thing that I wanted. And it's kind of like when it comes up, I think you're going to know deep down at that, almost like that soul level, that this is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. There's a really strong sense this week as well. You're going to be gaining some sort of inner wisdom. So whatever comes up this week, again, on an internal level, maybe as a thought, maybe as a thought process, pay attention, because when it comes, you will know that it's the right path for you. This is, remember when the Hermit card shows up, I always say to people, the High Priestess, your intuition, has a message for you. All right, so pay attention this week. For your communications and conversations, you do have the Three of Swords. So for some of you, this is, I'm literally hearing the Sugar Babe song in my head. Can we bring yesterday back around? Right, so your Three of Swords, not an easy card, but it comes up there with the Wheel of Fortune, right? So an opportunity that was removed from you when it comes to your work, when it comes to the profession, is coming back up this week, is coming back round. Something that you had previously had to let go of, or maybe even lost, is making its way back to you. And I actually really like this. I think one thing that does come up this week though, consider it like a revolving door, right? If you're going to go for this, something else is going to have to give. This is going to be a week where you can have something else that you want, but you're going to have to release something else. It's kind of like one of those things. If you've got both hands full, You have to look at what you're being offered to say, right, okay, I'm going to have to put something down here in order to take this thing. So it's up to you, but obviously the choice is yours, but you are going to have to release something in order to welcome something else in. For those of you that work for somebody else, this could be maybe the dream job comes up and maybe you just got a promotion at your current place. Maybe a second shot at that job that you always wanted comes up, but you've just been given a pay rise. Like, there's going to be some sort of caveat to it, but if I'm honest, because it's coming through the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like whatever it is going to be that thing that kind of makes you say, yeah, you know what, I might have to take a pay cut for this, or maybe I won't have the same amount of power in the new job that I have here, but it's the company, the location, the whatever that I wanted. So this is it. You're going to have to ask yourself, what is the priority? For those of you that work for yourselves, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, your Three of Wands, your Three of Swords, coupled with the Wheel of Fortune, a gamble that you made probably around 3 months ago now, which takes us back to, so let's say, because we're basically at the end of January. Yeah, well, we are literally. So let's go back to the end of October. So let's go back to October. A gamble that you made in October, something that you decided to embark on back then that at the time probably felt like a loss, is about to start paying out, whatever that means to you. For those of you that are retired, no longer working for any reason, this is a week for you to do some soul searching, and it's also a week for you to ask yourself, where is it that you are feeling unfulfilled? Because that's going to be where the opportunity is provided for you to really figure out what your next step actually looks like. For your money and materials, you have the Lovers card. So there are options, choices, there are things on the table this week. I will say, I do get the feeling that this week you might have more choices than you know what to do with, right? Everyone always says that, like, oh, I don't care what it is, I just want to have options. And then when they've got like 4 or 5 things, it's like, I don't know which one I want. So this is the question. You got to narrow it down. When it comes to the finances though, this week, it's not going to be about quantity, it's going to be about quality. All right, so you have to really make the decision, what is giving the best, what is offering the best here. So this is kind of like one of those conundrums. I'll give you a really good example. When, let's say you win a contest and they say, right, do you want a lump sum of this, or do you want a monthly payout of this for the next 5-10 years? So, either which way it's a win, but you have to decide what your win looks like. There's going to be a choice that's presented to you this week. For a select few of you, this could be literally, if you're in a relationship, this could be your partner's finances. Sorry about that. Ooh, that was good. For this week, your partner's finances could be coming up for review in some way. For some of them, they may possibly be losing a job, but getting a payout for it. So it's kind of like there's swings and roundabouts this week. For your health and vitality, physical health and vitality, your hands, your shoulders, your lungs, your fingers, all of that sort of stuff, that general area, just look out for this week. And when it comes to your home and environment, I'll be honest, I kind of feel like there's a surprise invite coming up this week, or you may be called away from home for an unexpected reason, and what you find at the other end may very well be quite surprising to you. I would say this is one of those weeks where you're just going to have to expect the unexpected, because it could just be a really interesting week. And then for your our love and relations, we've got the King of Wands, right? So when it comes to the relationship in general, yes, a select few of you are going to hear from an ex, a partnership that came to an end, a relationship that ended, maybe on bad terms, maybe on good terms. You will be revisiting a relationship of some sort from the past this week, and you might be very, very surprised at what is said, what is shared with you, what is, what is divulged to you. Maybe the things that you always wanted to hear, maybe the apology that you always felt you never got. Like, This week you are going to have some sort of information come up that's going to come back to you that make you think to yourself, wow, you know what, I waited X amount of time to hear that, and now that I've heard it, you know, I feel rested in some way in the heart space. For those of you that are single, this could be a week where you're connecting with somebody, but it's very likely to be somebody that's either overseas or very much at a distance from you. What I really like about this is there's a strong sense here that your sense of humor is intact. You know, whoever it is that you're connecting with this week, there is laughter and vibrancy and joy there, and that's really important, especially for a Leo. And for those of you that are in relationships or in partnerships, there's options this week. You know, it may be that you and your partner are starting to really think in terms of actually what options do we have? More importantly, what options do I want? Like sometimes in order to have, you know, options or choices, you have to look for them, right? So just be aware of that this week. Either which way though, I think this is going to be a good week, but I think it's going to be a very interesting week as well. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.